Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to do descriptive programming. Uh, First of all, I'm gonna open QTP. So I'm opening QTP. In the meantime, I'm gonna show you about the descriptive programming. Okay, so first of all, you have to know what is descriptive programming. Descriptive programming is description of the object. You are creating a script using description of the object. So when you do record and playback, so when you do record, QTP create script, VB script, and QTP create object repository. So you are using object repository using the script. So what QTP does, QTP read the line of the script and QTP found the name of the object in the script. But to understand or identify the object, QTP has to know its properties and values. So QTP goes in object repository and QTP read all the properties and values of the object in the object repository, and then QTP identify the object in the application. But in the descriptive programming, we're not gonna use the object repository. We're gonna bypass the object repository. So why we're gonna bypass the object repository, I will tell you later. But what do you mean the bypass the object repository? If you bypass the object repository, if there is no object repository, so how QTP gonna identify the object? Okay, there is a way to identify the object, because in the script I'm going to give the object name and then I'm going to give the properties and values in the script. So QTP will identify the object in the script. I will show you one thing. So today I'm going to do only web window based applications, so I don't need the web add-in. So make sure all our add-ins are unchecked before you start the QTP, and then click on OK, and then QTP will start. So nowadays most of the company they are doing descriptive programming. Without descriptive programming, in a real life job it will be tough for you guys, because record and playback is there also, but mostly you're gonna use descriptive programming in the script. You're gonna create your script using the descriptive programming. So my QTP is open here. So if I do record right now, I will show you what's the difference between recording script when you record the script created and descriptive programming. So first I'm going to record a little bit in the script. So I'm going to see what's the script look like. First I'm going to write a line to open this application. System util is run. I'm going to give the path of the application, whatever the application I want to open. So I want to open this flight application, so I right click on the flight application. I see the properties here, click on the properties, and this is the path, or this is the address of this application. Control C, that means I copied it, and Control V. So I said to the system, hey system, run this application. So system, I'm gonna run this application. So I'm gonna run it, and my QTP gonna open this application for me. So my application is open right now. From right now I'm gonna record. Let's record. So I'm recording any open window based application because my application is open. Starting username and password marker. Click on OK. So my application is successfully logged in. So what I did record. Standard record. So my script is created here. You see how my script is created. This is the object. This is the object. Physical name of the object. This is the logical name of the object. Physical name of the child object. Logical name of the child object. I'm set, that means I'm doing something with this object, that means set some values here within quotation. The set is the operation. So So this is the third line. Dialog is a parent object. Physical description of the object is the login is the logical name of the object. Winner is the child object. Physical description of the object. Password is the logical name of the object. I'm doing a password. I insert a password here. A parent object, this is a dialog, and logical name is login dot win button is child object. Okay, it's logical name dot what I did, I click on it. So this kind of script is created when I do record. At the same time, object repository is created. Why? Because when QTP gonna run this line number 2 or line number 3 or line number 4, QTP gonna see only the object name, either physical name or logical name. Both are name, but how QTP gonna identify this object? Look, this is a logical name, and this is a class name or physical description, same thing. And there is a properties and values. So using these values and these properties, QTP identify this parent object. WinEdit is a child object, which is agent name. WinEdit is a class name or physical description, and is a logical name. And QTP will identify this object using these properties and these values. So QTP needs two things. One is a script, one is object repository, because this script is not good enough. This script does not have good enough description to identify the object. So QTP needs the object repository. This is a problem. So now I have only 1, 2, 3, 4 objects here. If I need like thousand objects, then my object repository is gonna be so big and a lot of properties, lot of values. It's very hard to handle. That's why we need descriptive programming. Or right now I have the application, so I just can record it and run it. But if the application is not there ready yet, developer maybe is coding is not ready yet, then you will not have the application to record. That's why you need to do descriptive programming. Okay, let's make comment. Those are all the lines, and delete the object repository, because I don't need object repository. I'm gonna bypass, or I'm gonna omit, or I'm gonna delete the object repository. I don't need the object repository for descriptive programming. Okay, so my object repository is empty. So if I wanna do descriptive programming, what are those things I need? Those are the things I need. I wanna show you. Okay, you have to know what are those properties are stable, not gonna be changed. Like object name is not gonna be changed unless the developer changes the name. So it's not gonna be changed. So those are the properties gonna be stable. Like class name, you need the class name because it's the physical description and class name is same. You need the text property, you need the attached text property, native class property, object class property. This is the regular expression window title, regular expression window class. Those are the property you can use for the descriptive programming. You don't need all those property. If one property can uniquely identify the object, so one property is enough. If one property is not good enough to identify the object, then you have to use 2. If 2 are not enough, then you have to use 3. So most of the time 1 is enough. Sometimes you need 2. 3 very rare. Okay, before we go, you have to know how many kinds of descriptive programming is there. There is 2 kinds of descriptive programming: static and dynamic. Nowadays most of the application use dynamic, but static is easier one, dynamic is a little bit harder. Static, that means when your descriptive programming, all the values and object are like not change, it's not gonna be changed. But dynamic, that means your script gonna be changed here and there sometimes, or values gonna be there changing sometimes. That's why you need to use do dynamic programming, descriptive programming. Why descriptive programming is the most common question for the interviewer. They ask why you have to do descriptive programming, even though there is a record and run settings there. You can do record, so why descriptive programming? It's efficient and making the object repository small and easy to handle the object. And when the application is not ready, then you have to do descriptive programming. Those four, they have more reasons, but those are the main reasons to why you're gonna do descriptive programming. Okay, so if you don't have the application is ready, so how are you gonna create your script? Okay, this time architect or developer will provide you technical design document. Technical design document how it look like and what is going to describe, I will show you right now. I have created one technical design document for you guys, like flight. This is the flight reservation. This is the application. This is another application. So you see that this is a requirement. Like user shall able to create a new order using Mercury flight application, using this application. And you should know how many kinds of objects you want to use. That's why you have to analyze the requirement, you have to analyze the design document. Like for right now, I'm gonna use this data fly from, flight to, this flight button. After I click on flight button, this small window gonna open, this window. And in this window, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click on OK button, and then I'm gonna insert the name. I'm gonna click on insert order. That's all. So I know I need, this is a parent, the whole box. I need the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that I need this one, 6. After that I need the OK button, 7. And then I need the name, 8, and I need the insert order button, 9. So I need altogether 9 objects. So that's why my design document, technical design document said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 objects. Those are the objects name that I can see the objects name, fly to, fly from. But it has a physical description, right? Whichever I cannot see by my eyes, I have to use the object spy to see what is the physical description or class name. So this is the class name for the flight reservation, the whole parent object, the big box, flight reservation. The class name is a window. These 2 properties my architect gave it to me, and 2 values that those properties I can use to do descriptive programming. For data flight, this is the class name win object, and those 2 properties, 2 values for that. Fly from, this is a win combo box. Combo, that means few thing listed in the box. So a lot of few things together in a box, that means a combo. This is a win combo box. And why win? It is the window based application. That's a win. If you work in a web based application, it's gonna be web object, web combo box. So 2 properties, 2 values. So each object I have 2 properties, 2 values. So to do descriptive programming, I need class name, properties, and value. Test data, that means whatever the data I'm gonna insert, I'm gonna set, or I'm gonna select. Those are the test data I'm gonna choose. My developer did not give it to me, I'm gonna choose. Okay, and here I have the template, I have the requirement. User shall able to log in flight application using valid username password. Imagine that the application is there, but you don't have all the properties and values from developer or architect. So what do you have to do? You have to use the object spy tool to identify the class name and property and values of all those objects. Then you have to write it down, and then you're gonna write descriptive programming. So let's do it. This is the first part. So I know what are those objects I need. Here, how many objects you need, do you know? The big login box is 1 object. This agent name, 2 object. Password is 3. This picture is object 4. OK button 5. Cancel button 6. Help button 7. And this agent name text is another 1. 8, and password is 9. So altogether 9 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but I don't need all 9 objects for login. I need only for the whole parent login, and I need the child, this edit box, and I have to click on OK button. So I need 1, 2, 3 and 4 objects. Only 4 objects I need to log in to fulfill these requirements. So if I wanna automate this one, I know my scope, 1, 2, 3, 4 objects my scope, my out of scope, this one, and agent name text and password text. I don't know. Okay, I know my objects right now. First one is login, second one is agent name, third one is password, fourth one is OK button. I don't know class name because I cannot see the class name using my eyes. I have to use object spy. Okay, let's open the application. This is the application. I want to spy first. How? Look, now my application is get hide back to the QTP. It's just behind the object spy. So if I try to spy it, I cannot see that because it's right behind the object spy. So I have to move the object spy a little bit side so I can see my application look. After I click on the hand sign, because I use the hand sign to spy the object, right? So click the object spy, I can see my object right now. So I need the login first. This login. Look, this login. What is the class name? Dialog and physical name is the same. I mean class name and physical name is the same. So dialog, I need the class name first. Write it down. Don't write it down, better to copy paste because it should be exactly same whatever written here. If you make anything mistake, like here is capital D, if you write small d, is gonna be problem. So it should be exactly, it's case sensitive. So Control C and Control V. So I get my class name. Let's see what property I'm gonna use. You remember I give you a few list of the properties, table property. I'm gonna look for that. So let's see which property I'm gonna use. Okay, I can use text, this text. So I click on text and it's here. I copy, Control C and paste there. And value, what is the value? Click on the value. So this is the login, copy, paste here. So let's find another one, like regular expression window title. I'm going to use 1, but in case if I need 2, if 1 is not enough to identify the object, then I need 2. So login, this login I need, copy and paste here. So my parent object is done, the login. Now I want to see the child object. How many child objects I need? 3. This one, and this one. So first child object, agent name. What is the class name? WinEdit. So I need the class name because this is physical name. Agent name, we use the logical name, and class name is physical name, WinEdit. What is the property I'm going to take? I can take attach text, right? Remember, if attach text is there, so there will be text will be empty. If text is available, attach text will be empty, value. So right now attach text is there, so I can take attach text. And what is the value of that attach text? Agent name. I want to take another one. Let's see what I can take. Window class, I can take regular expression window class. Control C and Control V again. And what's the value of this? Edit. Control C, Control V. What is the password? I have to spy the password because agent name is done. Password. This is another child object. What is the class name? WinEdit. So copy the WinEdit in the class name. And here is the attach text also. Copy. Copy. What is the password? see what else I can take. Plus, regular expression window plus. What is the value? Edit. Okay, I need another one. OK button. This OK button. So this is the class name win button, and attach text is empty, so I'm 100% sure there is a text available. Yeah, text is available. Okay, OK button. So I need another one, so like regular expression window plus I can take for that. And button. Okay, so spying is done. Okay, so I have all the objects name, all the class name, all the properties, and all the values. Test data, whatever test data I'm gonna use, like agent name I'm gonna use American, like any name you can use, but it should be more than 3 characters, and password always Marcari. So those are the test data I'm gonna use in this script, right? Okay, let's create the script right now. Using this kind of properties and value. So if I look at my this application, look, this is a login parent, so I have to write the parent one first, but I cannot write the logical name login. I have to write the physical name or class name. So what is the class name of the dialog? So I have to write that. This is the parent object name. Okay, I have to give a parenthesis. This is the way to write. Then I have to give quotation. So I say this is the parent object, and I have to give description of the parent object, because this is a descriptive programming. Here when we do record, they don't give the description of the object. They give the physical name and logical name. Physical name, logical name. No description of the object. So what is the description means? Description means the properties and values. Okay, so dialog, what is the properties I'm going to use? Text. Control C, Control V. After that I have to give a quotation. This is the way to write, and equal quotation, I mean colon equal. So dialog, parenthesis, quotation open. This is my property, colon equal. What is the value? This login is a value for that. Control C and Control V. So one set of property and value is done. So quotation close, parenthesis close. So QTP will identify this parent object using this property and value, and dot. So I know after in this parent object what I want to do. I want to give the child object. What is the child object? If I see my this is the agent name, this child object under this parent dialog. What is the name of the class name of the child object? This agent name is the logical name, and class name is winEdit. So I have to write winEdit. So I can copy paste this winEdit, Control C and Control V. Same way I have to give description of the object. Parenthesis open, quotation open. What is the property I'm going to use? Attach text. Attach text I'm going to paste here, and colon equal the value of the attached text, agent name. Copy and paste. So all about copy pasting. So quotation close, parenthesis close. So my child object and its description is done. What I'm going to do with this object, I want to set a value, test data or username. So I want to set, right? That means I want to write, because this is the edit box. I want to set something. So set, what I want to set, space, quotation. The value you're going to insert, it should be in double quotation. America. This is my username. Done. So my first line is done. So first line, what first line gonna do? In the parent object, the child object is agent name. In the child object, this is WinEdit. In the edit box, QTP gonna set this value. What will be the second line? Just copy this one. Control C, Control V. Look, I know I'm going to insert the password in the second line. So password is under the same parent object, right? Same parent login, right? Which is class name is dialog. So this dialog and text and login is the same. I know the password box is WinEdit also. How I know? This is the WinEdit class name. So this is also same. And whatever the property I'm going to use, attach text. So this attach text, this is also same, only the value gonna be changed. Look, this value I wanna replace in here. You see that? But I wanna set different password. What is the password? Marker. This marker. So instead of the American, I'm changing to marker. Done. My second line is done. What will be the third line? Third line, just copy and paste. Same parent object dialog, but this, I know this is the OK button I want to click. So OK button is not WinEdit, is a Win button. So just copy and paste here. Instead of the WinEdit, it's gonna be Win button. And there is no attached text. This is text. The property I'm gonna use text instead of the attached text. So text. I know the value is not password. Value is OK. So I'm gonna change to OK. And it's not gonna be set. I'm gonna click on here. Right? So my script is done. So look at my script. So this script I have created using record, and this script I have created using descriptive programming. What is the difference? Dialogues there, dialogue here, but here is the logical name of the dialogue, but here properties and value of the dialogue. We need it there, we need it here. But what's the difference? Instead of the logical name is the property and values there. That means I'm giving object name and its description. Object name and description. Object name and description. So if I run right now my descriptive programming, this descriptive programming, so what I'm gonna do, the first line, this line I need there. Okay, so first line, QTP gonna open my application, and QTP gonna insert this username, QTP gonna insert this password, and QTP gonna click on OK button. Let's see, run it. Okay, before run, always you have to do debugging. Debugging, that means what? Debugging means you are checking your script, that your script is properly created or not, there is any mistake or not. This is called debugging. How to debug? You see that debug option here in the menu, you have to click and step into, or you can use F11. So debugging, that means step by step of the you're checking the script, step by step or line by line you're checking your script. So in line number 6 my debugger is stopping, that means it's ready to run, but it's not running, it's waiting for my permission. So when I'm gonna press F11 in my keyboard, it's gonna execute line number 6. Let's press F11. So I press F11. So QTP open my application following my line number 6. Now it's ready to execute line number 7, but it's not doing because I did not press F11 yet. Now I'm gonna press. Execution is done. You can see QTP inserted America already from my descriptive programming. If I press F11 again, password is inserted, and then if I press F11 again 9, QTP gonna click on OK button. Press F11. QTP clicked on OK button and it's logging. So it's successfully done the descriptive programming. This way you can create your descriptive programming. So the way I created descriptive programming, what I did, I used the object spy because my application was there. I used my object spy to identify the class name, properties and values of the object, whatever the object I need. So I gather all the information first, and then I just follow the information, and then I create my descriptive description of the object or descriptive programming, and then I did debugging or run. So same way, if the object is not created or application is not developed yet, is in the development phase, is not ready yet, then you're not gonna sit in the office and then spending your time. You have to do something so you can create your descriptive programming even though the application is not ready. This kind of time, your architect or developer gonna provide you this kind of technical design document where all the screenshot will be there, or design will be there, and object's name will be there, class name will be there, properties will be there, values will be there. So that's all you need, right? That's all you need to create descriptive programming. So this is the thing, that you have all the properties and values, so you don't need to spy the object. You can write just the line. Okay, so this way you can create descriptive programming if the object is ready or object is not ready. If the application is ready or application is not ready, you will be able to create descriptive programming. So that's all, guys. You guys have to practice. Those are the object 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all those objects here in this flight reservation. You guys have to practice in home. Descriptive programming, I showed you the login, so you guys have to do the flight reservation flight table. If you remember, if you click on flight and then flight table will open. In the flight table you have to click on OK button. And another thing I'm gonna tell you, maybe you're gonna be stuck, like when you're gonna do descriptive programming for fly from, you have to choose city name, and fly to, you have to choose a city name. You cannot set, you have to select city name, and city name whatever here describing, like London, L is capital, Denver, D is capital, you have to follow exactly like that. So if you want to do descriptive programming for those two, you guys have to write in somewhere, you have to write like Denver, Frankfurt, London, all the names exactly whatever here, or exactly whatever here you have to use. And date of flight, don't make like lot of mistake here. Date of flight always gonna be like that. First one is mm, that means 07, and just a second, guys. So the first one is that means month, and date gonna be like, you have to give the future date, like this is month June, so you have to give July or August or September, like that. So I'm giving an advance, and then DD, and this is gonna be year YY, that means 15 or 16, like that. Okay, so this is the way you have to write the date. And when you're gonna write in the script, you have to write the date like that. You have to, I'm giving an example, you have to write the date like that: quotation 06 12 15, or you can write like that: quotation 07 12 15. Either way you can write. So if this way is not working, you have to write this way. Either way, so try both way, whatever the way is works. Okay, so those are the things you have to know when you're gonna do descriptive programming. And here, before you finish this part, and this part, the flight button is not gonna be enabled. So after date of flight, fly from and fly to, then flight, click on flight, and then another object gonna be open like this one. And then here, don't click anything inside, just click on OK button, and then name, and then insert order. So this is all you need to do descriptive programming. So keep practice this part. This is your homework. I'm not gonna show you, just practice this part. Okay, thank you so much.